What's up with this BG made it? We here with a special guest today. It's somebody I've been working behind the scenes with him. I ain't it's something coming up. I ain't got to say too much, but man, welcome to the podcast, CEO Peso.
Appreciate you, my G. Thank you for pulling me in on the
Hey,
interview.
for sure. I had to.
For sure.
But shit, man. So, what's it like being the best cameraman in dating? I ain't gonna say the best, but I'm gonna say like well experienced. Like you know what I mean. Like you separate yourself from different cameramen for real.
Yeah. Um, see, I let the public say if I'm the best or not. I could never really say that, just on some humble type. But nah, I can say though, man. I've been able to be blessed and fortunate to do a lot of things and to be able to turn a dream into a reality. So I mean, it's a blessing, man. I've accomplished some stuff that didn't even have on my bucket list, and now to the point to where I'm just trying to just give out the same energy, man. You know what I mean? Try to just inspire and help out from my journey. So it's pretty dope, man. It's cool, you know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, so look, y'all about to watch. This about to be a good episode, man. We about to have some good questions and all that. So like, we about to go back to the beginning. So like, where was you raised at in dating?
Man, Trotwood, man. Trotwood, Olive and Fairgrove, man. I was raised in Trotwood, Ohio. Smooth upbringing, man. Shouts out to Barbara Hunley. My grandma, she did a good job raising me and my mom. And it was smooth, man. Just cool. Back when Trotwood was really a place to live at, you know what I mean? It was pretty dope upbringing, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, cause Charlotte different now.
Yeah, man. We had our own mall at one point. It was safer. There was a lot of stuff to do. You know what I mean? Growing up a kid, going home, the street lights came on, so it was
Yeah.
it was a dope childhood back in the '90s, man.
What's one of your best memories?
Man, probably starting this, having the idea to being in my room at my grandma's house and just was like making a decision like, yo, I think I'm about to really get into this entertainment industry somehow. And that's probably one of my best memories because that's when my life started changing.
Okay. So shit, what inspired you? Like, what was that? Like, what was the whole day like when you just finally woke up? Like, yeah, this is my dream.
Man, inspired me, man. I came up in the days of you know, Rockefeller, Dame Dash, Irv Gotti, Murder Inc., like, Diddy, Bad Boy, like, them was my inspirations. Just before I even know what the word entrepreneur meant, like, I just saw niggas talking shit, making money, doing what they like to
Yeah.
do. So them was some of my biggest inspirations because I just loved how they just had a control on their life, baby, from Cash Money, like any entrepreneur type person. Like that was like one of my biggest memories of like, yeah, that's my inspiration.
So around what time did you start? How you had your first project? Like, what year?
First project,
Yeah, like with the camera.
man. You skipping over a lot, cause before the camera even got picked up, I was doing like engineering.
Oh, you doing engineering?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was recording. I was the main person, that I was recording everybody back when I was in Trotwood when I started Trendset, and that just transcended. And then the camera really came around. I can honestly say it came around back in the day at first on some playful shit like having a JVC joint recording like high school talent shows and shit like that. But then it came about after. I don't know if you remember they had this shit called like flip cameras and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
so
too young, but I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
so them came about, and that's when vlogging became a thing
Mhm.
before vlogging, before it was
Yeah.
that word. So I was engineering. Shout out to my man Joel the Trunk Boy, because I remember seeing him with the flip. He was like, "You need to get you one of these. Just put it in your pocket, record in the club, record everywhere." So yeah, I got that flip camera, and that's how I just started just recording a lot more. So my first project was really me and my environment. You know what I mean? It just was learning videography, like
Oh,
by the
okay.
small steps.
Okay. So like, what was the difficulties like on your rise? Like, we gonna go back since I know you were doing engineering and stuff. Now, what was like the difficulties of that?
No help. It was really like early on, like a lot of like I went to YouTube University. Like it wasn't a lot of people that was even doing what I was doing videography wise, unless you already had a budget and a whole bunch of money and or if you was going to ICB back in the day
Yeah.
and getting access to their cameras and equipment. So my biggest
Shout out ICB by the way.
yeah, shouts out to ICB, man. But yeah, my biggest hardest part of getting onto it was just shit, learning how to do the shit right. Like I always looked at, just a lot of, videos and a lot of just, movies or whatever. And, I didn't want to come out the gate saying I'm a videographer without making that shit look professional. I
You
never
know, that's crazy that you said that too, cause me and my barber today, we was talking about that. He was like, "You might as well do videos." I said, "Nah," because the type of person I am, I can't drop nothing unless it's all the way official. Like, I don't want to half-ass drop a video and it's not looking how I want it to look.
yeah, I mean, even when I was engineering, like I didn't promote myself until I knew.
You was an actual engineer.
Yeah, like I needed to know what EQ meant, what compressor was, how like you gotta think. I'm literally before even going to college or anything like that. Like I'm literally listening to songs on the radio or downloading songs and listening to it, trying to see how I can make it sound like that. So that's how the videos was. It's like I'm watching these motherfuckers, but I don't even know what to research. So the biggest part was like learning the ins and outs and the names of like, well, how do you make
Yeah, I know what
how
you're
you
talking
make this
about.
scene go to that scene? Oh, that's called a transition. Shit, slow mo. How do they be going in slow? Okay, that's slow motion, 60 front. You feel me?
Yeah,
But I didn't have nobody teaching me that.
I did that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I first started doing YouTube, I had the hardest time possible trying to learn how to do everything. Like, I was so difficult. I didn't want to ask for no help at all. Like, I could have asked my pops for help plenty of times, but I wanted to learn how to do it by myself. So
See, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't even nobody for me to
yeah.
ask help for. It
Mhm.
was just like trial and error. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And just figuring it out. But then the time frame of looking at something on a big screen and then me trying to figure it out on my computer
Yeah.
was the biggest difficulty. So it was just a self-teaching thing, you know what I mean? And you just gotta be relentless enough to like not get discouraged. Like I was getting Saudi, I was like, I said fuck this probably a million times.
Hey,
Like
man.
for real though, cause the shit tough, especially when you want to come out as a professional whenever your shit is out there, cause that shit's gonna live no matter what. But I'd rather, you know, just have my shit look right rather than a nigga just I can't wait to drop a video or mixtape and the shit sound or look trash.
Yeah.
Like off top, you're not even gonna be taken professional enough if you looking like that or sounding like
Exactly.
that. So that was my biggest difficulty is just waiting on the right moment to actually be like, all right, I'm ready to tell people I'm a videographer.
Yeah, cause that's one thing about me. Like people know we got feel me. I mean, always in the studio. I got the studio and all that, but I'm still in the process of learning how to do studio engineering and all that. So I don't want to call people calling me and say, "Oh, you an engineer? You a producer?" Like, no, I'm not an engineer or producer. I'm in the process of learning it because I don't want to walk around and say I'm an engineer or producer and I get a call from a major artist and I'm just stuck.
Yeah,
Like,
but not,
dang.
but even with we had before the major artists, bro. Just to your face card do matter
Yeah,
wherever you at,
yeah, for sure.
and you could easily be told like, you shoot somebody video and it's trash, and if they put their video out and they like, yo, this shit weak,
Yeah,
who you think they gonna blame? The videographer.
no cap.
It's gonna come back to you easy. So that's why it's just like, nah, just the patience is the biggest thing with it, because if you want to be professional, sometimes you gotta wait it out. It look like everybody else passing you in that lane, but it's like, nah, when you come out, my shit gonna be tight. You feel me?
That's the thing about it because when I was doing I didn't even want to do the podcast stuff at first because I was watching $1 million worth of game, Vlad TV, Breakfast Club, and I was just like, dang, they already there. You feel me? So if I don't want to start out and look trash, but I thought again, I'm like, if I start out looking basic and upgrade my stuff over the time, it's gonna end up looking how I want it to look. That's what kept me driven to continue to do what I do.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't. It's never gonna be a perfect moment to start it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like at some point you are gonna have to jump out there and get in the midst of all these names you name, so you can be in the midst of that.
Yeah, cause I dropped my first video on January 1st, 2022. I was so scared to do that. Like, 'cause at the time, I was only known for doing graphic design. Nobody know me for doing YouTube. So, but now I'm so glad I made that decision because fast forward 10 months, I didn't made it. I didn't made it farther than I thought, and I'm not even for a year
And
in.
you doing it by yourself.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, shouts out to Pops too, but
yeah. Shout out to pops. Like
that's the thing. Like a lot of stuff feel impossible. You might look corny when you start doing it. That's inevitable. It's going to
yeah,
feel like that. But like you said, your brain and your eye for professionalism is gonna bypass all of that. That's how I looked at it. Like I'm gonna keep this shit. Like even starting a podcast, it's like, is this nigga really a good host? Is he a good interviewer? Well, I think I am, and I ain't about to wait on nobody else's validation
yeah.
in order to start doing that shit. You feel me? It was the same with the videography. Like shit, nigga, I know my shit dope.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it for real, for real. Cause like when I first started, like I wasn't confident in my work, or like when I have a guest, I wasn't confident in the questions I was asking. But like for now that I know that everybody watching, now I know everybody see my work, and I know my work is good. I come in and interview every interview, even if it's not my interview. I come in confident. You feel me? Like, cause I already know like it's another day to me now. Like it's another day at work. You feel me?
So what you like doing better off of
Ooh.
everything that you learning and doing?
That's not like I ain't gonna say I like doing something better, but I like doing something where I can learn something new.
That's how I was.
Like I'm a learning freak. Like I ain't get this happen until after I graduated high school. I graduated last year, but when I was in high school, I was there for a good time.
Yeah.
I was just there for a good time so I can walk across the stage, get the diploma. I ain't had no plans of what I'm doing after high school, but after working, I'm like, this ain't for me. You feel me? So, I I just want to learn new stuff for real, because the more I learn, the better outcome is, or something
Yeah,
like
and you'll
something.
be surprised learning so much new stuff. Like, I remember somebody was telling me, like, because, I was an engineer, I was hosting mixtapes, I was doing all of that, and they just was like, you doing too much. But,
Yeah, that's why I got the name Mr.DoItAll.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a great name. It's because, like, everybody is going to be looking at you like you got your hands on so many things, but getting into the industry, bro, like, you're not going to start off doing one thing and finish it out
Exactly.
doing the same thing. It's going to be so much other different shit you going to get into.
'Cause I done told somebody, it was like, BG, I think you need to slow yourself down, because it been like, I ain't gonna lie, from January till to May, I done had literally like, at least 50% of the days in a month. Like I'll go to sleep at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm up so late trying to edit videos and trying to do reaction videos. Like if you go back to my earlier videos, it's all in my room. So I was always just up finding videos to react to. And then once I finally got done with doing all that, people was like, "You doing too much, you doing too much." No, I'm not doing enough, because within the next few years all my work gonna make sense.
Because they don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't see the vision I
It,
see.
it, bro, it borderline take you to be almost psychotic and crazy to do this shit.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Like,
glad you said
for
that.
real.
I'm glad I ain't had to say it, because I be thinking sometimes, I'm like, am I tripping? Like I be kinda be thinking I'm tripping sometimes, but like I'm not, because I'm the only person to see what I see.
Yeah, and everybody ain't got that characteristic. So the one that's probably telling you that is probably at home jacking off, smoking weed or some lame shit,
Exactly,
and not
like
having really nothing going for themselves because they don't even know where they want to be at. That's all
exactly.
that be, man. I didn't have a fair share of that in my life, so fuck them.
Yeah, cause it'll be people, they see the potential in what you're doing, so they try to down talk you so that you don't reach that potential.
Yeah, I mean, because they can't do it.
Yeah, like damn. So how he can do that and I
Envy,
can't?
and jealousy really stirs his world up. So
Man, like it's a crazy thing, man. Like like instead of being jealous of somebody, learn from them. Learn, like if you want to do what they do, you don't gotta copy them, or you don't gotta hate on them. You feel me? You can just learn from them and find your lane in it. You feel me? Cause it's a lane in everything.
yeah, they gotta wanna learn that lane.
Exactly.
You can't
Like
force them.
like that's why with me, like anybody, like everybody that came through for my podcast, they know I got my own lane. Like I literally do everything. I didn't even come up with Mr. Do It All. Somebody else called me it because they said, "Bruh, your ass is always doing something. In high school, you was selling candy. You now you acting on movies. Now you doing this. Now you doing that." I'm like, "Hey,
Bruh, it's literally throw shit at the wall, see what stick.
exactly." And
And
I
be
tell
good
people,
at it.
like, we got the same 24 hours. I just take advantage of it.
Yeah, for real. That's why them 12 a.m. 12 p.m. sleeps. They don't know you was putting in hella hours
Like
the night
man,
before. I did the same thing. Even when I was in college, like I had 10-page papers to write, but at 3, 4 a.m. I got class at 8. I'm still learning chroma key and green screen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it take a different type of effort if you really want to like be a professional or be in this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, cause once I seen I could do that, I'm like, yeah, this my type of field because I ain't never in my life been this focused for 12 hours straight on one thing. Like I ain't never just sat down in one spot in 12 hours straight. Cause literally all I would do is 5 reaction videos, edit all 5 reaction videos, edit all 5. Next thing you know, I got 20.
Yeah. But the shit fun. That's the
It's
difference.
so
It's
fun,
a
like,
passion.
and I'm the only person in the room. Like that'd be the crazy part about it for real. Cause I be talking to myself while I'm doing the reaction like somebody next to me just cause I'm talking to my fans that's watching.
Yeah.
But like man, it's a crazy thing for real. All right, welcome back. You feel me? We had a little break, but yeah, man. So we about to get back into it. So what was it like? Already asked you. My fault. So who was the first artist you worked with?
What? As far as big
Yeah.
or just in general?
Like actually in general, like engineer. I ain't know nothing about the engineering, so engineer side and then music side.
Engineering, that was all through Trendset. It was um Gambino, Fresh, Deshani, QB, Money Man, Versatile. Like it was like just a lot of the first people I started doing music with. And then going into videography, man, it was Railroad. It was Going In for the Kill. It was a video that I came up with. My man JR produced it. Mike D produced it. And yeah, that was like the first artist that I really had started working with, which is like my right hand. And yeah, we did that Going In for the Kill video. And that was like my breakout video. Motherfucker started really tapping in with me.
So how long did it take you to edit your first actual music video?
I ain't gonna lie, it probably took me like a week because before, like I said, when I was going into learning everything, I would shoot videos of myself in the closet or some shit like that, and I would learn to edit my own shit over like a Jeezy song, and I'd be rapping that, and then I'll edit.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, because I didn't want to come out fucking up somebody else shit trying to learn how to edit something major. You feel me?
That's smart.
So when I first started learning, yeah, it probably took me like 2 weeks. But after I got it down from practicing on myself, you know, the hype around the video, people wanted it. Like, yeah, it took me like, I'd say like a week, maybe less than that. But it was like 12-hour days.
12-hour days?
Like, yeah, because it was a cinematic. It was like a mini movie, breakdowns and all of that. You know what I mean? So it was deep.
So when did you get that call to start doing movies?
That was like 2017. I had did a lot of music video work, and I was bouncing around. I went to school in Florida, met some people down there. Then shouts out to my brother Shot Smoke. He was in LA. We had put together a play together. I was going to LA doing a lot of his videos, and then he would show everybody in the barbershop my videos. So then shouts out to Marseille Martin, her dad that came into the barbershop and was like, yo, I need a videographer to help me with my daughter's first feature film. Because she was already on Blackish. So they showing all my work, like, yo, you need to rock with Smoke's boy, Peso. Man, I was in the Dominican Republic, and I got a text, and it was like, yo, this Marseille Martin dad. We shooting the film in Atlanta. We need you to come down there and help us. So that was like 2017.
Okay, so tell me about that. So what was that like working with a bigger actor, like a bigger person?
Intimidating.
Intimidating.
It was intimidating. It was stressful, but it was just a learning curve of like, you know, being nervous around these people, and they had a whole different caliber. But on retrospect, they looking at me like a professional. That's why I'm here. That's why they called me out of anybody else they could have hit up. So it was just a little nerve-wracking, but, you know, it was a learning experience for sure.
Okay. So what's like the craziest experience you had as a cameraman? I know one of them because I was there. I was a witness to it. But what's yours?
Wait, man, I got a lot, man. Man, I got a lot. One I can say is we were shooting Got My Hustle.
Yup, I was just about to say it.
You know about that? Right. It's so many other stories.
Oh, so many other stories about it?
Nah, with just so many different crazy memories. But yeah, I was shooting Got My Hustle up, and Wait, what memory you talking about?
when you fell off the truck.
Yeah. So I'm shooting, got my hustle up. We got a scene where Bupac was hanging out the sunroof, and yeah, like I'm hanging on the side of the car,
Yup.
getting the shot, and I'm like action, but his man's it floored it, and he floored it to the point to where nigga I flew off the fucking truck, nigga I'm tumbling on some Die Hard shit. My camera is
Yeah.
stumbling, doing this thing, and goddamn it, that motherfucker was broke. But shouts out to my G's, man, cause
Hey, that was one of the funniest days. Hey,
nah, but the next day though, we man, I wouldn't recommend this, but we ended up buying a brand new camera, put the old camera in a box, and then just returned it and kept the new one.
you did. Oh yeah.
Hey, the show must go
Oh
on,
yeah.
man.
Hey,
It was
that's
like,
smart.
fuck
That's
that. I ain't
smart.
taking no L like that, nigga. That was a
Hey,
$3,000 camera, shit.
because people do that with like game systems and stuff like that.
Nah,
Like that.
nigga.
Hey, that's smart. That's
We
don't
ran.
recommend it, but that's you feel me.
Unless you under heavy pressure.
That just show how driven he is to
Yo, nigga,
get the
this-
project
By
done.
any means, I go to jail over this shit.
Like man.
For real.
So like, what was like shooting that movie got my hustle up? Cause I was there for like 3 of the scenes, but like, what was the whole experience like for real?
Man, we did everything backwards. Like we was shooting in a manner of like thinking this is how it's supposed to be done, but then we really was making it harder on ourselves. But at the same time, shooting it like that, man, shouts out to my brother Jason, but shooting it like that gave us some of our best work, and then we know how to move forward shooting.
Yeah.
Because we look back and we like, damn, like we could have did this differently or whatever the case is. But yeah, that was a whole learning experience too, because I was trying to apply all my knowledge I know. And you know, it was day in and day out. It was arguments. It was, you know, rest in peace to the people who passed. I was in it. It was a lot of factors that just made that movie like a memorable first one.
That was, I ain't gonna lie, that's a dating classic.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's a dating classic, and I'm so glad that I was a part of that, because being behind the scenes of that day was so turned, because every time my peoples introduce me to a celebrity, they like to surprise me. So they like beating in the car. I'm like, all right. But I didn't think of it, because last celebrity I met was like Richard Kidd, and that was a few years before that. But man, they called me, and that, you know, I go in there, first person I see was you. Then I was like 13 or 14 at the time. I see you, I see Jason, that's, you know, I see Jamal Woolard.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I look back, I'm like, why do y'all do this? Like, man, this is Biggie. Like,
yeah. I mean, but that raised the bar like Mo, bro. You gotta, you know, Jason really put his foot in it, and me seeing him bringing all these people today, like I had no choice but to execute it. And me and him just had a vision. He believed in me so much to do it, and honestly, I was nervous doing it, because I'm like, fuck, bro, this ain't no 3-minute music video. This is like
the whole movie,
2 hours and 20.
Yeah.
And I gotta say too, man, shouts out to Chaos D Cut, because like a lot of movies probably has been shot in Dayton, but Young Bread Getters was a huge movie back in the day too when it came out, and that has set the standard. So I was really just trying to reach a level of that. Like that was a Dayton classic, so how we gonna make a new classic? And then got my hustle up, came in my hands, and it was like, shit, let's run it.
Okay. Yeah, cause man, just seeing that whole movie, bro, it's like it defines Dayton for real. Like y'all did y'all thing on that. I want to give you props on that.
Man. Thank you.
Like,
Thank
man,
you, bro.
seeing that, I'm like, bro, I got it. Man, we about to get into another thing too. Seeing that, I told myself, bro, I gotta get into a Jason movie. And fast forward, I got an interview with Jason, and let's talk about it, man. How you think my skills is as an actor?
Oh, you killing. I'm not even saying that, bro. Like, we did a scene, and I got to tell y'all, he definitely, like, made it believable. He put his pride and ego to the side and got in character as Lil Bruh, and I'm not going to tell y'all nothing about it, but this nigga, yeah, I give it to you on camera. Like, nigga, I told you right there. I'm like, bro, this shit fire.
Man, because,
This
bro,
shit's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, doing that whole thing, bro, I told myself, I gotta interview somebody off of this movie just so I can hear how I want to get on. I want them to say on camera how it was, because
I'm not being biased, bro. Like, shooting so many people, you would think motherfuckers get on camera and they get into this mode thinking that they really are like selling the person fucking trash.
I got like, man, I didn't got like doing that, bro. I got into character, like I was literally studying.
Yeah, you told me you're studying Power. He didn't watch the whole Power, Keenan, and I'm
man,
just like, yeah, you did your homework though,
like,
but it's shown on camera.
Yeah,
because remember that.
I wanted to be like a Tariq.
Yeah.
Basically, you feel me?
It showed though. It showed, bro. It was a believable 5 seconds, but it's like, damn, like this nigga.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Cause y'all gotta stay tuned for that, man. But I just want to thank you for putting me in that. Yeah, I just want to thank you and Jason for putting me in that position, bro. Because that's about to take me it's like right now as we recording this, you ain't about to see it right now and nothing like that. It's still in the process. But when it come out and all that, it's about to open up so many different doors for me because this Mr. Do It All name, I'm not just calling myself that because I do something new every few months. And the summertime, I was locked in. I was doing podcasts, reactions, acting, all that. Like doing man. Once that come out, we gonna have to do a run through another interview
Oh yeah, for
just to
sure.
just to talk about what I want. I really want to talk about it, but I can't.
Nah,
You
we,
feel
we
me?
got more to talk about on the next
Like
one.
man, but yeah, bro, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Like I don't want to take too much of your time, but what you got? What's your advice for like the youth of dating?
Man, shit, man, keep dreaming. Like, keep dreaming, man. The most beautiful thing about living in life is, bro, creating a dream into reality,
Mm-hmm.
because that makes it interesting. That means that if you actually can accomplish something from your head, put it on wax and make it tangible, or change somebody's life, or just do something that seems impossible in the city you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just keep dreaming. Like, be relentless. Like, just keep going for it. Like, I can honestly say, through all my ups and hella downs, I just kept dreaming. Like, that's the only thing we got.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we got. That's the only thing that nobody can take from us. So just keep dreaming and go for that shit.
And yeah, one thing, I'm young and he's more experienced than me and all that, but it all started off with one dream. So with that being said, if you believe it, do it.
Period.
Don't think all the way ahead. Just be in the moment, thinking, do it, cause it's gonna pay off at the end of the day. Because it's October. I started January 1st. Look how far y'all. I got 200 subscribers now. You feel me? Look how far I done came, and it ain't even been a year yet. That's why, cause I did not stop at all. Like I just kept it going. But yeah, bro. Make sure y'all. Make sure y'all check out all his YouTube, his podcast. Y'all gonna see me on there pretty soon. You feel me? But yeah, I'm BG Made It. This CEO Peso. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button in. Yeah, we out.